People always say be careful what you post online because once it's on the internet, it lasts forever. And that's just an outright lie, but I wish it were true. Not necessarily because I've been thinking about posting my dick pics or gaping my ass on Twitter or anything like that, but it's because over the last few years I've been searching for something sacred, a lost treasure that I've yet to find even a trace of, nor have I been able to locate anyone that would even know where to begin to look. It's baffled experts for years now. It's like a real world One Piece. Some question if it ever even exists in the first place, but I know for a fact it does because I made it. It's my treasure. Yeah, that's right, pussy. In the anime of life, I'm Gold Roger. And that's why I can say with a high level of confidence, not everything on the internet lasts forever. Sometimes you'll post some shit and it can just vanish if you want it to. And I wish that wasn't the case. So let me explain what's going on here. Now, I've been on YouTube since 2006. I've had this channel, Penguin Z0, since 2007. Before this channel, I had one dedicated to making and posting anime music videos, and before that, I had one dedicated to re-uploading softcore porn. It was a different time back then, but 10-year-old Charlie had that Sigma male grind set. I was out there trying to, pioneer the new wave of internet content on YouTube. And then when I made this channel, I stopped posting on both of those, and I'm assuming what must have happened is they just were so inactive, YouTube got rid of them at some point because I can't find any of that content anymore. So I'm assuming that's what went on there. But anyway, that's besides the point. On this channel, I started by posting Gears of War montages, Halo 3 content, Machinima's Call of Duty 4 content, glitches. I even formed my own glitching clan. I posted hundreds upon hundreds of videos onto this channel, probably between 500 and 1,000 videos from 2007 to 2010. And then in 2010, I deleted almost all of them. I fucking purged it, which is why if you look at my oldest videos now, there's only like 20 of them from 2007 to 2010. But back before I burned down the Library of Alexandria, there was mountains of them. So that brings me to the point of this video. I'm issuing what I believe to be an impossible challenge to the entire internet here. I know everyone loves lost media. That's become a pretty big thing online, and I keep up with lost media content. So I'm just going to issue this challenge and put a bounty on it for anyone out there. If you can find those videos somehow and re-upload them onto YouTube for me to watch, I will pay you for it. If you find most of them, which is probably about 500, I'll give you 25 grand. But I will also pay on a video by video basis if you can find even just a few of them that I've deleted. I am just kind of desperate to go on a nostalgia ride. I've been thinking about these videos for a while now because I really want to see that content I used to make. I put so much work into it for those years, daily working on it, and it's just a real shame that I deleted them. I still really regret it. So quickly, I already know the first thing people are going to say is contact YouTube because Google usually stores all of those things. And you're right. That was the first thing I tried a couple years ago. But since I was posting well before Google acquired YouTube, they don't have any of that. None of those deleted videos were stored on Google's service. It just wasn't possible. They didn't have it, unfortunately. So my best lead was the one that I tried first, and it turned up nothing. So I wanted to get that out there right now. I already tried it. So now let me go ahead and give you some helpful quest starting tips from last night's stream. I stream every single day at twitch.tv/moistcritical. Please feel free to stop in and put some extra inches on your penis. I'd love to see you there. I'm probably streaming right now. I'll put the link in the description down below. I might have my full cock and balls out on stream right now, so please come in. twitch.tv/moistcritical. Anyway, last night I was kind of just going over this nostalgia thing, which is when I started talking about this and maybe putting a bounty on it. And someone from chat actually did dig up some old video titles and descriptions, but without the actual video to them. And what I'd like to share with you is how that all went down, and hopefully this will give you some hints on where to start and maybe how to approach this if you're going to try. Again, I think it's impossible, but chat said otherwise, so I figured, if there's even a slight chance, I might as well at least try. So there was about 100, well, that's an exaggeration. There was like 50 or so videos before this one. And from here to here, actually, no, from here to about here, there was probably about anywhere from 500 to 1,000 videos that I deleted. It's not in Wayback Machine. I think people overestimate the power of Wayback Machine. They don't have any of them. I've checked multiple times. I deleted them because I made a lot of montages, so I used a lot of music. And you can hear some of it here. It's not the original music in any of these videos because back during these days, you'd lose your entire channel if the music got claimed. They didn't have that feature back then. There was no claim. It was if you used music, you got taken down for it. In just Gears of War alone, I had 8 sniper montages. I had, I think, 6 blind fire montages, a few quick scope, or pop shots is what they called it back then, montages. And I had so many glitch tutorials. I formed an entire glitching clan and had probably about 100 glitch videos just for Gears of War. And I also had a ton of 1v1s because I was big into the 1v1 scene for Gears of War for a long time. I regret it so much, man. I really do. I've tried for the last couple of years to like find maybe the old computer I made the videos on, but that's long gone. And I tried contacting YouTube to see if they still store any of those by chance, but since this was before Google even acquired them, they don't have it. It's such a fucking shame. I want those back so badly. I worked so hard on it, and I would have loved to been able to preserve it in some way. But I just panicked and deleted all of them. I want the nudes I deleted. Yeah, see, you and me were in the same boat, really. It's kind of the same thing. So unless there was a channel back then that was archiving all of my videos themselves, like just an individual, you'll never find them. Fucking hate it. They say everything lasts forever on the internet. If you post something, you'll never be able to unpost it. That's super wrong. What if I found 30 videos? How much would I get? I would pay you on a video by video basis. If you could find videos between this time period, doesn't matter how many, we could negotiate a rate. I would literally pay video by video basis. You don't need to find all of them. I would pay per video you found from me. But like I said, I do think it's impossible. I think I've proposed an impossible task because I personally deleted them in a time where they weren't stored because that was before Google. Now, I already know where people are going to go. These don't count. So I had like a shit that I would post other places. So like this doesn't count because these did persist. Like these still exist. When I like send them to other channels to post, those are still out there. And I know about them. Would you happen to have the exact title for some of the deleted videos? Not for many of them. I can tell you back during this time, I wasn't critical. I was Mob-O Insane-O, if that could help anyone. I wasn't critical until right around here. So everything prior to that would be Mob-O Insane-O. You can even see it here. Are they all montages? No, I formed a whole glitch clan. I think I'm going off memory. I think I called us Chaotic Glitchers. Or no. Yeah, I think it was Chaotic Glitchers. So a lot of it was glitches, a lot of it was montages. If you can somehow go way back, the first video I ever posted on here was me doing a magic trick when I was fat. So it was a low camera, I was sitting at my desk and I pulled a card out of a deck. So what'd you find, underscore? Oh my god, you actually did. That was one of them. I was actually thinking about that the other day. Halo 3 Dark Venom's crazy lone wolf game. Yep. Wait, how'd you find that? You're actually in the right ballpark. That was one of them. That's not still up on my channel. You actually did find one. But you said I can't watch it? How'd you find the title? Or did you just look at the images on archive.org? That was literally one of them. Dark Venom was a friend of mine, and I used to post some of his highlights, and I'd put it to Edema music. In fact, for that video, I know exactly what song I used. I used Edema Immortal. So a buddy of mine dropped like 8 kills, and for us, since we sucked dick at the game, that was big. So I set an entire montage to that game with this song. Dazzle Video Creator Platinum, yep. I used Dazzle for the first 3 years, and then for this, I switched to Hap-Hog, and that shit never fucking worked. In fact, if you really do somehow get in there, you're going to see some of the worst editing of all time. Because Dazzle had something called Pinnacle Studios, and it was more primitive than Windows Movie Maker, and I used to really try and make good edited content. So I'd use every stock special effect I could find. There was no doubt a genuine seizure hazard. It was fucking wild. So if you're going on this quest, make sure you don't have epilepsy, or you probably won't make it out alive.